Hi, I'm Ralph Serpe with the Adams County Community Foundation, and welcome to this edition of Community Media's Open House, Adams County Unwrapped edition. Welcome. Joining me today is Jill Sellers, the head of Main Street Gettysburg. Welcome, Jill. Thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Tell us about Main Street Gettysburg. What is it?
Main Street Gettysburg is a nonprofit organization founded in 1984 under a national structure under Main Street America that does economic development, and specifically in Gettysburg works to do historic preservation in conjunction with that effort.
So Main Street Gettysburg is promoting downtown Gettysburg, promoting a portion of Gettysburg. Like, where is Main Street in Gettysburg?
We don't have an actual Main Street. That is the title of our organization, but we basically, our jurisdiction, if you will, is the historic district, so basically the borough. We work to promote businesses, nonprofits, anything that brings people to town, showcases what happens there, how that people can get involved with things. We do a lot of work with grants, infrastructure projects, and we look to kind of bridge our respect of the past and our preparation for the future.
So how do you work with, and what's the difference between Main Street Gettysburg and Destination Gettysburg?
I do work with Destination Gettysburg. Destination Gettysburg is the destination marketing organization. So they promote all things Gettysburg and Adams County, so businesses across the county. But Main Street specifically focuses on the businesses in the historic district, like I said, but we also work kind of behind the scenes to access private grants and other things that will support projects that are otherwise unattainable. A good example is the Baltimore Street project that we've been working on for several years, and the Gettysburg Welcome Center project, which we're fundraising and have been and looking for avenues to create that piece that which would bridge downtown.
So so let's talk about some of the projects you've been working on, that Main Street Gettysburg has been working on. Let's talk about the Welcome Center.
Okay.
What is it? What does it aim to do?
The Welcome Center is at 340 Baltimore Street, or will be. So the existing property was donated with the specific purpose in mind that we needed a centrally located information center that would be able to provide maps, directions, and just a friendly face to orient you to why you're in downtown Gettysburg and where do you start your tour. If you're a resident downtown, where is a place that you can orient your day, and then of course we're bringing much needed public bathrooms to downtown. The goal is really to make it a walkable district so that people kind of have a halfway point or a starting point. It will be there as a public facility to provide all of those things, and really trying to bridge the connection between the battlefield that surrounds us and the battle that happened in town. So as people come, it's not all Civil War based, but it's really to highlight the past that we cherish and revere, as well as the economy that we certainly keeps us going throughout the year.
We're so used to having visitors from around the world not only see us over the 4th of July, the battle anniversary, but people join us all summer long from all across the country. Now, you've been doing some work, Main Street Gettysburg has been doing some work to get people to have a reason to see us over the holidays. Here we are with Adams County Unwrapped and our holiday open house. So you've just finished your Christmas festival in Gettysburg.
We did. We just finished a huge Christmas festival. A big shout out to the businesses, the sponsors, and certainly the volunteers that brought this whole thing together. 3 days of just remarkable activity, huge amounts of visitors in the streets taking advantage of the free activities that the sponsors supported, storefronts that were full of patrons, and restaurants that were full, and just really a whole weekend of really a joyous atmosphere downtown. People are just kicking off their holiday season, and we were really glad that they did it with us.
I think this idea of when we talk about the Chamber and Main Street Gettysburg and Destination Gettysburg, we're focused on the business end of it, the economic development of it. But having feet on the ground and having people in the streets and creating a vibrant Gettysburg is what you're all about.
Absolutely.
You're getting people on the streets. Not only, you know, it's a high energy atmosphere. People often talk about what is there to do in Gettysburg after you've been there for a day, but you're really putting things out there to get people to do some things.
Yeah, there is always so many things to do. It's just a phone call away, or certainly Destination Gettysburg keeps a great calendar, but there's other information online. There's something here for people of all ages and various interests. As much as, you know, we are internationally known for certainly the battle that happened here 160 years ago, there is so much that has also happened here that's connected to World War II and the Eisenhower Farm, and modern day commerce and things that are here in our cottage industries that people really can enjoy and experience like they can't anywhere else.
And how can people get involved with Main Street Gettysburg? Do you use volunteers? Do you work with other organizations? Tell me how people can get involved with Main Street Gettysburg. Main Street Gettysburg,
we are a staff of 2, myself and my office administrator, Wendy, and a great board that we work with. So we rely heavily on partnerships throughout the community. So other organizations and other entities that are doing promotions for the public. The public good, we certainly are working with them to promote all sorts of things. The Welcome Center is a great example of how we're doing a partnership to basically make that into a possibility, and we're on the forefront of that, and that's moving forward. And then volunteers are a huge piece of how the things that we're able to enable. The From the Ground Up group is a cleanup group that's been in existence since 1999. They clean up from April till November, and they even come out for the Christmas festival. It's a group of volunteers that keep our downtown sparkling clean. They're almost unseen, but they are an unsung hero of our downtown. And I don't know how we would present ourselves so well without the selfless people that do that kind of work.
Other than the Christmas festival, are there any other events that are happening through Main Street Gettysburg that people can get involved in, or events that are happening in downtown Gettysburg where you think that if people want to volunteer that there's an opportunity?
I think there's an opportunity coming up because here we are in the holiday season. The Christmas festival just passed, but New Year's Eve is coming. I know that Gettysburg Alive would be thrilled to have volunteers help. Every event that happens in Gettysburg, whether it's the Christmas festival, whether it's 4th of July, or anything in between, parades takes a huge number of volunteers, and people, like I said, it's often that unseen element, but it's very much alive in the background. And so I encourage people to get involved as volunteers, because the more volunteers we have, the smaller each volunteer's job is. So, you know, more hands make lighter work.
Sure.
And so we would love to have folks get involved in cleanup crews. Some of it's not real glamorous, but it is all such an important part of the image and the character that our downtown presents to not only our visitors, but it's the reason that we love living here.
Yeah. So the Baltimore Street project makes a portion of Gettysburg welcoming and walkable. The Welcome Center is really, I think, a great way to welcome people from around the world and locals who need a rest or to send their families when they come visit for a long weekend. We can send them there to start them on their way. What other events or things are you working on over the course of the year that you're excited about in terms of what's new now and happening at Main Street Gettysburg? Well, I knew what I was going to ask. Oh. Tell me about neighborhoods. So we're talking about businesses and welcoming visitors.
Yes.
How does Main Street Gettysburg work with the residents of downtown Gettysburg?
We are working on some new opportunities for residents. So on the commercial side this year, we did a facade improvement grant program that worked out really, really well. We were able to do some really high-end grant investment to allow businesses to reinvest in their buildings, which was fantastic. And I hope people notice some of those improvements downtown. In the new year, we're hoping to be able to do something similar for for our neighborhoods, so that they could have some opportunity to have some grant support to reinvest in their neighborhoods. So some streetscape projects and some possibly working with the rec park and other things that we can do that is, again, for the public good that we can all share, but we're hoping to be able to, you know, to help people, enable people to invest in their own properties, because it is, you know, expensive to keep up in a historic architectural review board neighborhood. Mm-hmm. and there are programs like that, and Main Street Gettysburg does try to keep up with the state programs and federal programs, as well as Main Street America programs that allow us to access funds that wouldn't be available like through a government office.
Yeah, it wouldn't be available to individuals, or wouldn't be available to individual businesses. So, we need a conduit for that,
and that's us.
And that's what you do.
Yes.
So you're working to support visitors in the local economy. You're working with local businesses. You're working with local residents. What are you most proud of in terms of the accomplishments of Main Street Gettysburg, either in the past or going forward?
I think over the last few years, one of the things that I'm most proud of is just the partnerships that we've been able to build. Just really some incredible forward-thinking, some real visionaries coming together and realizing that we do better together as opposed to what we can do on our own. And I think there's a collective, we all have different smaller missions. I mean, ours is very specific. People ask me that a lot. What's the difference, like you started, between Destination Gettysburg and ourselves? And so, you know, we're finding that how do those pieces fit together well so that we can accomplish greater things on behalf of our community.
Mm-hmm. Are there any other Main Street organizations around Adams County other than Main Street Gettysburg? Oh,
absolutely. So Main Street Hanover, downtown Chambersburg, we have a lot of them in PA. I twice a year I meet with the state level folks, and they have national conferences and things. So there's a lot of collective experience that goes into meeting with other people that have been doing this for a very long time and seeing similar challenges. So you really have a great place to go for some perspective, and so you're not recreating the wheel. You really we have an incredible reach back into that community of people that have been solving downtown economic challenges for many decades.
Mm-hmm. So how can people get involved? If people want to say, I want to get involved in Main Street Gettysburg, how can they get involved? Can they volunteer? Can they support you? Can they support the Welcome Center? Tell us how they can get involved.
Absolutely. So if you want to get involved, I mean, you can call me at the office or send us an email, info@mainstreetgettysburg.org, or give us a call, 717-337-3491. Or certainly, financial support is always helpful. We're working towards building match money for the Welcome Center project, and that's going well. But further donations, and then donations to the organization are also helpful, because that keeps our doors open and makes sure that we can continue to find the money that the grant money and other investments that organizations, private grants, federal and state grants, things that we are able to turn around and put back into the community that we are eligible to do as a Main Street organization.
Well, Jill, thank you so much for joining us. We've been talking with Jill Sellers, the Executive Director, the head honcho of Main Street Gettysburg. I'm Ralph Serpe with the Adams County Community Foundation. Thank you for joining us for this edition of Community Media Open House, our Adams County Unwrapped edition. Any parting comments you'd like to make, or anything you'd like to invite people to join you next time?
Well, I'll give a shout out to one of our partners, and that is this Friday is Tuba Carol Fest. So be down on Lincoln Square and continue to shop local and support our downtown businesses.
Wonderful. Jill, thank you so much, and thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.